Welcome everyone, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Allison.
Alright, so we're going to be giving you a short introduction to Trommons.org. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so a little bit about Trommons, which Reinhard already went over. So it is our new volunteer translation platform, and as of tomorrow, it will be replacing SharePoint. The system it's new, and it's designed to be easier to use for volunteers and for organizations, and to be much more transparent. It also includes a system that's going to help match volunteers with projects that are about their interests and areas of study.
So we have a system in place which is called tags. So, for example, if there was a project created that had that it was a medical text, an organization would be able to tag the project and say that the subject matter was healthcare, which would enable a volunteer to see right in front of them whether it would be an area of interest. So it saves volunteers a lot of time instead of having to go in, download the text, and see whether or not they'd be interested in taking it on.
Exactly. And then in the future, Trommons will remember this information and start suggesting projects to you based on your interest area and projects that you've done in the past. And down at the bottom, so as of tomorrow, all new projects should be created using Trommons. That being said, any current projects that are on SharePoint, we will continue to use SharePoint to finish those projects. So if you are a volunteer helping translate, you can continue to use SharePoint until we've completed those projects. But anything new should be loaded onto Trommons starting tomorrow. All right, and so the first time you go to sign into Trommons, if you've been a volunteer or you're an organization member with us, you don't need to re-register. What you would do, and we'll take you there briefly to show you, is you go to the site and under username you log in using the email address that you used for SharePoint. And the password is the same email address. So you can copy and paste and put the username into the password and hit login. Once you've signed in successfully, you can go to change your password to any one of your choosing. And then once you've also accessed Trommons, some of the information that you may have put into your profile in SharePoint, you will see on Trommons.org. So make sure that the information is up to date. If it's information you no longer want to share, make sure you've gone and taken that off. The most important is probably to check the display name. So maybe your email is ilovehuskies@aol.com. If you don't want I Love Huskies to be your display name, then you can go back and change that. That would be the perfect time to update that information.
And also another thing we're suggesting for your profile, if maybe you could enter whereabouts in the world you are, because it's very interesting for us to know where our volunteer base is located.
Exactly. All right, and so let's briefly go show what this would entail. So you go to trommons.org up here, then click on login, and you would put your email address. So maybe you have 123@yahoo.com. You could copy and paste, and then hit login. So, and then that should give you access to the site. If there is any issue with that, we will tell you how to get in touch in a moment. Okay, so back to our presentation. All right, so then where to find out more information? We took you right up to logging in, but we haven't signed in yet. So on YouTube, we have our own channel. It's Trommons Solus. And if you go to youtube.com and search trommons.org, it will take you to a few series of videos that are designed specifically for volunteers and a set designed specifically for organizations to help you navigate through Trommons, to get you started. We walk you through your profile, creating a project, if you're a volunteer, assigning a project. So for that, you can go to youtube.com and type in trommons.org. And it's already listed here. And so you see volunteer orientation part 1 and part 2, and the same for the organizations. And so that should walk you through most of the practical information to get you started. And going back. Okay, now how to get in touch if you have a question. So we have 3 different ways you can contact us, and some of them might be for, you might have different, maybe different questions, and those go to different places. So the first one is the community forum. The second option is the feedback form. And when in doubt, if you're not sure where to go, you can always click on contact us. So taking you back to Trommons, our Trommons site, you right here, or on just trommons.org, we have the community forum. So you can click on the community forum, and maybe when you're going through the site, you have a question about how to upload a project or something general. It doesn't need to go to us directly. Maybe other volunteers can help out with this as well. So you can always go and start a topic and ask a question there. And then
as well, you can use the forum for specific questions such as terminology pertinent to a specific project. For example, if you want to ask what an equivalent should be in one of your languages, volunteers can help each other out and give their suggestions for what the best translations for that particular term may be.
Exactly. So our forum is meant to be a place where either you pose a question and we at the Rosetta Foundation can answer it, but that also other community members can step in to help each other out, and so that there's a lot more transparency and greater collaboration, really. Then the other option is for feedback. So this is a new platform and we're just getting started. There's probably going to be changes and developments, and this really gives you a great chance to help us with the evolution of Trommons. So if you click on feedback, then it takes you to kind of a reporting feature. You can say, oh, I tried to upload this project and I was getting error messages. Or you're going through the site and realize there's something that you really want to do that the site doesn't offer, but we're not giving to you. So you can always request a new feature be added. So that kind of gives you the opportunity, and that goes straight to our developers. It can be something that may need to be handled immediately, so it's critical, you just cannot use the site, or it may be something, hey, this would be a great improvement, and I would love to see this on Trommons. So we really want your feedback. As a community effort, this is here for you. So the more that you can give and give us feedback as to what you want, the better the product will be. And then the last resort for communication, if you go, Alicia, I'm just not sure what I should do or how I should be doing this, is you can always click on contact us, and that will reach us in the office in Dublin, and we can either direct your question or your inquiry to where it needs to go, and hopefully we can answer it. So those are the 3 ways. Community forum, and you can speak to anyone that's in our system. The feedback goes to our developers, and the contact us is all others, miscellaneous. Any other concerns? Or you just want to say hi. So, and then, all right, so that was a pretty brief and very quick overview just to get you started. The videos do really go into more detail, but here, if you have any questions or if you were writing questions when we were presenting, now would be the time. Back to you, Reiner.
Okay, thank you very much, Alicia. I hope that gave you a good idea and overview of what we are doing with Trommons and how you will be able to use it, how you will be able to get support and make suggestions to us. I actually don't see any questions right now. Just going through the questions tab here. So, I mean, what we will be able to do is, or what you will be able to do too, is, as Alicia said, to use those different channels to get support from the developers, from the Rosetta Foundation team here, but also to discuss issues over the forum and exchange ideas with your fellow volunteers and the organizations. So I think this is it for today. Let's see if I can. One second. Yeah, no, I don't think there is anything as far as I can see. So if you wanted to ask something and for whatever reason didn't manage to get through to us today, please send an email, as Alicia said, to Trommons, or fill in the feedback form, and we'll promise to get back to you as soon as we can. Just the last check here.
And I just want to say thank you for everyone for attending, volunteers and organization members. I hope you're excited about trying out this new platform and exploring. So definitely watch the videos. They're pretty short, and hopefully you have fun getting to know it.
We'll be here if you have any questions.
Okay, well, thank you, Alicia and Alison, and also thank you all the developers that were online. As I said, if you have any questions or suggestions, please contact us via email or the forum, and well, have fun with Trommons. And remember that from tomorrow, we will post all new projects on Trommons. And if you have friends that you want to encourage to register, ask them to register on Trommons. We've carried over all existing volunteers to Trommons, and as I said, we will post new projects from tomorrow on Trommons. If you don't see many projects at the beginning, don't despair. Just keep checking. You can also set alerts so that you will be notified, and we will respond to whatever questions, suggestions you might have as good as we can. Alicia, is there anything else that we should maybe
No, I think that's it for today.
Okay. All right. So as I said, the recording will be available, and we'll put that up on YouTube as well. Thanks everybody for joining us, and talk to you soon.